and welcome back to Drum Lessons with Mr. G. Last time we had a lesson was quite a while ago, and I'm sorry about that. I was between cameras. My old camera was acting kind of flaky. My new camera came in about a week ago, and I'm still trying to learn how to use the thing. So I put some other videos out on my channel. Didn't like the results on those very much, but hopefully this one will be a little bit better now that I've messed around with the camera a little bit more and learned how to use it properly, hopefully, or at least somewhat. Last week, we were counting with our right, or our lead foot. We were counting quarter notes. Again, quarter notes are in a 4/4 time signature. They are basically the downbeats of 1, 2, 3, and 4, which complete the measure. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Measure 2, 2, 3, 4. Measure 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. You should know how to do that and count at the same time with no problem. By this point, you also would be playing eighth notes with your right hand while counting the quarter notes with your right or lead foot. Your right or lead hand would be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now, I'm slowing down a little bit there because I maybe tend to go a little too fast. If you're just learning how to play, you may want to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You'll notice I modified my table a little bit here. I like the sound of this a little better on the camera. Again, just a plastic bowl and a plastic lid. I taped them down though. They were moving with the double-faced tape. I also had you practicing your left hand on the 2 and 4 beats of the measure. So you were going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, you should have all three of these things down almost like you've got breathing down. You should be able to do this in your sleep at this point. You've had plenty of time between lesson 2 and lesson 3 to practice this, so I hope that you're getting this down. I also had you counting starting with your right or lead hand and alternating hands on just the snare or what represents the snare here. I had you counting with your foot tapping again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, if we've got all that down, let's move on. What we're going to do today is I'm going to stop counting 1, 2, 3, 4, or the quarter notes with my right foot or my bass drum foot. And I'm now going to start to add in some rhythm patterns with my right or bass drum foot. Nothing too difficult to start with, but when we're done adding these in, we will have a basic rock and roll beat. This is what comprises really a basic beat. Now let me show you this, and you can practice this then at home too. And count along with me. We're going to go 1 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Watch my bass foot. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. So the bass foot is doing 1, the and of 2 and 3. So 1, the and of 2 and 3. So 1 and 3. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. So it'd be again. 1, and 3, 1. Practice that until you've got that down very well, just as well as you've got the others down now. Once you have that down, let's move some things around with our bass foot. Try this. We're going to do 1 and 3. So we're going to go 1. Well, I'll start with 1 and 3 and then move into it. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. Practice that as well. If you get that down and want to move forward, we'll do the and of 2 and the and of 3 with our bass foot while doing 1 and with the bass foot to start out with. So we're going to go 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 4 and 1. Oh, I messed up there. Sorry. Even I can mess up here in the simple beats as I'm trying to count at the same time out loud for you. But you count my bass drum foot. You find out where it's hitting, and I'll do some variations on it, and you can try these at home. Now, I might be getting a little too fancy there. You noticed I threw in some different beats and rhythms with my left snare hand as well. But you notice that you can play around with your right foot and get different kind of syncopated rhythms going with your right foot versus the straight eighth notes of the right hand and the throwing in of the drums here, or the snare drum here. If that's a lot for you, then move on to something like this. Play around with throwing in one and, or instead of two and, or 2, 3 with your left hand. So hopefully I didn't get too complex today. All I want you to practice and learn between now and the next lesson, if all you can learn is this, that's fine. Simply learn 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. Mix them up a little bit on your right foot. That is a basic rock rhythm. I'll port this out to the real drum set to see how it sounds there, and so I'll see you out there. Okay, we've moved on to the drum set. Let's give it a try. There's our basic rock beat. Let's move on to some variations on the right foot. Let's move to some more variations. When you're playing around, if you have a set at home, try this on the hi-hat. Adds a little bit more flavor to the rhythm. I hope you can hear me. I'm yelling because I've got my mic volume or my mic sensitivity turned way down to accommodate for the loudness of the drums. I'll see you next time in lesson 4. Have a great week and practice, practice, practice. I'm Mr. G. See you later.